life of another citizen, and that we will protect you. Or you are a police officer, watu wamekuja wanataka kuchukua bunduki kwa amari. You can't just sit there and watch. If that person gets that gun, how many people is he going to kill, with that gun? So you must protect life, but and these are not things that are new to you. You've been trained as police officers, and that nobody is going to have any problem with that. Mambo ya ICT equipment, we are working also with Konza Technopolis and the Ministry of ICT, with CS Kaboko and the team, to see how we are going to equip your offices. The equipment you have been given is now obsolete, and it was given more than 15 years ago. It's important that we replenish, and we are working on that, and pass. Beverly Nobora here is on top of that. Yeah, and then number of vehicles, more polytechnic talent support. I want to say I agree with the youth who have said here that we need Jukwaa la Usalama for universities and colleges. We have a crisis there. And once I finish this county thing, I will come for you. I will come, we do it together. Nitaita baraza for colleges and universities. We have a very damning report from Nakada about the state of drug abuse within the universities, and these characters are targeting our colleges. There are things we have to work together. But also I've already directed that sub-county security team must co-opt dean of students of colleges and universities where they are, and the student leaders to attend a security meeting, so that they can work together to see how they secure our colleges and the universities. So as the student presidents here, if you are invited to sub-county security meeting, please attend, so that we can work together to secure our colleges and the universities. As a national policy also, we have agreed that where there are colleges and universities, we must provide police post or a police station, because that's a new population. For example, you build an institution like this, we have been told the students are 10,000. And some of them, especially the TTIs, they are new. At least this one was also there, you saw it growing. But in some places, you just go and establish new university. Then suddenly students are 10,000 or 20,000. What do you do with that community? That community is not used to that number. It increases crime rate around the place. We have agreed that every government project that leads to exponential growth of population should also be accompanied by a security plan, which includes establishing both a police station or a police post, so that it can help the local community, and we will do that. Mambo ya village elders, I signed the CAB memo this week. So it's now going round, approved by Treasury, and then I will take it to Cabinet, Ikisha. We'll see how to deal with village elders. We are not saying we're employing elders. We just want to facilitate the work they are already doing to make sure that they do the good job. But also sasa wakora wakisikia kuna airtime yenye itakuja ya village elders, wanaanza kujiita village elders. That's the problem also. But we have to deal with those who have been sacrificing for many years to be village elders. Kiambu County, again, this is for county. You need at least to have one public rehabilitation center, because we have many problems here. The rehabs that are in Kiambu here are private owned. So people come from all over the country to Limuru and other places. We need a local, rehab, and you can work with Nakada, build the infrastructure. They can help you technically to see how to establish and train, because we need to rehabilitate the people who are addicted. Not necessarily those addicted by drugs or bad alcohol. Sometimes there are people who are addicted even with the beer that they buy from shops and wines and whatever drinks, all kind of drinks here. I went to the rehabilitation center in Miritini, and the people there are struggling. You find senior government officials who are being rehabilitated there. Lawyers, doctors, nurses, engineers, people who are being so na hata tukiulizana kwa hii hapa, kuna mtu hapa ajui ya relative wenye ana struggle na pombe? So all of us here tuko na hiyo shida. So in every county, you need at least a rehab center that is public. The good thing with the public rehab center is that it's not driven by profit. So when you treat people, you treat wapone waende. Ndio wasiharibu public resources. Lakini private one, sometimes they treat you are left at some point, you come back, you pay more money, you come back, you pay more money. We need we urgently need in our country at least one rehab center in every county. CS to convene stakeholders meeting for mambo ya Del Monte, nimesikia hiyo Nyambura will agree, incorporate, and also in the sub-county security team, border people are extremely important. They need to be included in the sub-county security team. Mambo ya street children, I've heard you, and then mental health issues, I've heard you, and so forth, and the meeting with student leaders. Wale wako na, we have about 90 chiefs who are now on contract because of how public service works. And because you have raised this issue, I am going to engage the Public Service Commission to see if they can be P&P. Because the principle of public service is everything, applies even to teachers. At 45 and above, you cannot be hired for permanent and pensionable. It has to be a contract, but we will discuss with Public Service Commission to see how they can help us. And then your pending cases, your chiefs appointed, na bado hawajapewa salary, about 602. 419 already with Public Service Commission. We are trying to push those ones to be paid. But by September, as I promised, I want to make sure that all of them are sorted. Wapate salary yao kuliko watu waendelee kuumia kupita hapo. So tuwachie hapo jameni. Si mambo mengine tutafuatilia from there. Let me say this, that we truly appreciate this time you've given us. We know we are now wiser and better in terms of working together. And without much ado, I will be giving later the DIGs to say something and the commissioner to say something at the end. I want now to give this, and we try our best. How many, who is the most senior MCA? Do we have the leader, the speaker, the whip? Ama, you are leaderless and tribeless. So now that you are leaderless and you volunteer one person to introduce the rest. Kuna host MCA hapa? Hakuna hata host MCA. Ako busy kwa assembly. Ruth ndio mmechagua. So Ruth, karibu. You will introduce all the MCAs present. Alafu uongee on their behalf na ukaribishe Mheshimiwa Simon, mbunge wa Ruiru, aseme neno na akaribishe senator ndio amalizwe na deputy governor. Karibu Mheshimiwa.
Thank you so much. I want to ask all the members of County Assembly to come forward. I can see them at the end, at the far end. Kindly step up Aju. Yeah. All right. I'll say their names here. This is all. Oh, all right. Thank you. You can say your name.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Susan Boro from Thika.
Good afternoon. Naitwa Rebecca Nyarwai Kiai from Limuru Sub-County. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shiko Muturi, and I'm a nominated member. And 32nd Waziri, as you have mentioned that you're having the recruitment coming up soon, one of the things I would request quickly is when there was a directive that the president gave a while back, I think 2023, about the absorption of the NYS people. So I would request you that you would please have that the directive follow to the latter, because those who live NYS, sometimes they just come back to the community and they have nothing to do. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrick Garoya, MCA that is elected Gesha Tigoni Ward, and I'm also the chairman Trade, Investment and Industries. We want to register our apologies, Bwana Waziri. We had vetting that we were conducting at the assembly, plus other activities. In fact, most of our honorable members are in the chamber because we had other activities. And I want to assure you, Bwana Waziri, there is a lady in my land that donated, in my ward, that donated 1 acre. And the specification for that lady is that we are only supposed to do a rehab. So I want to assure you, the land is there for free. I will visit the NECADA offices so that we can have a public rehab. Kwa hivyo, Bwana Waziri, tumekushukuru sana because of this forum, and we are happy and we want to assure you, tuko nyuma yako na tuko nyuma ya rais. Na uambie rais asante sana kwa kushikilia vijana wetu wa Harambee Stars. Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana Waziri. My name is Kongo Smart Wawa Jiko, MC elected Kiambu in Gatodo South and Tujibebe wa Kenya Party. I want to recognize my mother-in-law. She's here. Salimiana. Alinipatia msichana mzuri. Asante.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Zipora Ndua, nominated MCA Githunguri.
Good evening. I'm Anne Kariuki, nominated MCA Ruiru. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is Esther Wambui Nyaga, nominated MCA from Thika.
Good afternoon, Waziri, and all protocol observed. I'm Christopher Ireri, aka Mkuu, MCA, elected at Limuru Sub-County, Bibirion Ward. Thank you.
All protocols observed. My name is Grace Wanjiro Hinga, aka Mamayo, elected member of the County Assembly representing the great people of Kabete in Kabete Sub-County. And I'm happy, Waziri, you have mentioned about rehabilitation. 2 years ago, I lost my son, the first son. It is painful to all mothers out there. And I know when it comes to rehabilitation, we are talking about the lives of our children. And I can see, Waziri, most of the people sitting here, our security team and personnel, are mothers and fathers. And also yourself, and also the leaders of this country are mothers and fathers. It is always painful when we are losing our children to the battle of alcoholism and drug abuse. And so, when we talk about rehabilitation, I'm one reader that will be glad and happy to save the other children who are back there. Thank you so much. You are Waziri. Asante.
Asante. Hamjambo. My name is Muferi Ngoge from Wewechaidhie. Asante.
Okay, hamjambo wote. Kwa majina naitwa Edi Kinyanjui, nimechaguliwa pale Nyadhona. Nyadhona iko pale Kabete. Mheshimiwa Waziri, ningekuomba wakati napeana gari, ward yangu iko na police station inaitwa Kibiko, Nyadhona na Gikoni. Please consider gari moja. Hawana gari. Si ndio watu wa kwetu Nyadhona? Asante sana.
Honorable CS, my name is Betty Kimani. I am not an MCA, but I'm a former MCA aspirant. I stand here on behalf of my MCA Kikuyu Ward.
Honorable CS, thank you for visiting Kiambu. My name is Pacifica Lucy Ongecha, nominated MCA in the County Assembly of Kiambu, and I'm a gender-based violence responder. So I was very glad when you mentioned about gender-based violence response, and we collaborate with CSOs that are responding to gender-based violence. And it's important to mention here that you need to collaborate also with the gender ministry, because these police officers, most of the time when they rescue, people go and report in the police stations that they have been beaten up, and women are there with children. They don't have places, safe houses where they can place these women and their children. So they have to collaborate with CSOs to have places where they can place these children. So we need safe houses in our country where we can place victims of gender-based violence. And we need continued collaboration with CSOs. Not all CSOs fight. There are CSOs that we can collaborate with and work towards empowering our people on gender-based violence issues. So let us collaborate together and ensure that we are fighting the menace of gender-based violence in our country. Thank you.
Praise God. Nisalimieni kwa hewa. All the clergies, the CS, the DIGs, my friends, all protocols observed. Emily Warotera is my name. CS, I'm a pioneer in Kiambu County Government. And I'm glad to be here. So we are the ones who started the bunge. 3 things I'll say, because I don't know whether I'll have a chance. 1, legacy. This is a legacy for you to do this Jukwaa la Usalama. So congratulations. Secondly, security starts with me, not with the officers here. Inaanza na mimi, ndio inaenda kwa chief, ndio inaenda kwa OCS na OCPD na wale wengine. So the question I want to ask us, is your neighbor secure with you before we involve the police and anybody else? That's the first question we need to ask. Kama siwezi weka simu yangu kando na niwe safe, lazima ibiwe nikimbie kwa polisi. Let security start with us. That thing, Bwana CS, you've talked about community policing very much. Kindly emphasize on it. Community policing is something that we have to work together. And that way, we will have, I'll give an example as much as Naguzwa. Naguzwa nikiambiwa kitu. Kuna kanisa imeanza Thika police station. A church, where mtu akishikwa, kabla wajue vile watafanya, wanakimbia kwa police station, kwa kanisa ndani, wanaomba. I donated some bread and milk for the church, so that on Sunday, members of public wanakuja na watoto wao. So that is something we need to sit and discuss more. Community policing is the thing. Thank you very much and God bless us all.
Waziri, all protocol observed. My name is Jackie Nungari. Waziri, today, I'll say, when the history of this country will be written, your name will be written in capital letters. Today, we see the big fishes on TV, but today we can say our people have seen them live. Secondly, you've also proved that a politician can do work better than a technocrat. You've really shown that even as politicians can really work. I say asante sana. In our native we say gayakora dhime mono, and you keep coming. Asante sana, asante. Oh, limesimama mara mbili elected. So ingine nikasimama, sikupanga vile waziri anasemanga, but ingine niko. Asanteni.
Waziri wetu na wakuu wote wa usalama, kwa majina naitwa Joakim Njama, mini MCA wa kutoka huko upande ya Ukambani, coordinator Goliba huko Thika East, huko ndiko nimetoka, na tumefurahia sana juu ya hii mkutano ya leo. Na sisi Wakikuyu tunasema muumina ajiroya gamara. Sasa mimi si maneno mingi nitaongea, wacheni nifikishe hapo. Asante sana.
Ward police stations zangu zote hakuna ile haina mataa. So we will work with our people and our OCSs to make sure kwenye hakuna stima, we work with the governor to make sure we are doing a very nice program ya solar street lighting. We make sure all our police stations are lighted up. There is also the issue of the road network across the places. Mara mingi our officers wanashindwa kuingia uko ndani kwa sababu ya barabara, si ndio? Kwa hivyo tutaongea na our deputy governor is here, atafikishia our governor ndio tuweze kusaidiana. We've also been able to do some few border shades for, I've heard you talking about the amendment of the Liquor Licensing Act, and I've seen the chairperson of the Honorable Hezron, I don't know where he has gone. He's the one who's the chairperson of that segment, and we'll work with your team. We see where we can be able to collaborate between officers, CC in a county, and see whether we can be able to help our people. We had an amendment that we did, but it was not favorable. So we'll try as much as possible to work with you people. The issue of rehabilitation center is one of the things that we've been trying as a county government to make sure that our people get help. We'll also discuss with our people, our team at the county assembly, and see how we can be able to help each other. CS, asante sana kututembelea Kiambu, lakini kitu moja tulimie, and we lost a very good person. Asante sana. Mwathi nimoko geithania, nimoko nyiterera thirikari. Ado ya matireda kunyitirira thirikari kana nimoko nyiterera thirikari. Mta support serikali ama mta support? Aya, sawa. Asante sana Mr. King'ara. Karibu sana. Asante, thank you so much.
Okay, yangu litakuwa fupi sana. Kwanza niwaambie wambunge wangekuwa hapa, bwana CS, ni vizuri mjue kuna bwana CS. I don't know whether you are aware that Ruiru is the most popular. Na ndio ukiangalia watu wale wengi wamesimama hapa walikuwa nasema nimetoka Ruiru, nimetoka Ruiru. Hata mimi Simon King'ara nimetoka Ruiru. Na changamoto ya usalama inakuwa pahali kuna watu wengi. Na nichukue fursa hii bwana CS kuwashukuru viongozi wote wako hapa wanachunga usalama na Nairobi. Sisi watu wazuri, watu wa Githurai, tulipatiana gari yetu last year ikasaidia Kasarani, ikachomwa na tukapoteza watu na muda tuishia gari yetu. Bangerudisha. Tulikuwa watulifu, tukapeana, ikaenda ikachomwa, tumelia. Sasa janga likitokea lingine tutarudisha mkono kweli? Tafadhali hata kama hufanyi kitu ingine, rudishia Githurai police station gari yao, na hiyo ni 100% CDF built. Please, even if you are not to do any other anything around there. Ingine CDF, kwa sababu ni vizuri kutaja, na wakati waziri ulikuwa pale bugeni ulitaja mambo ya CDF. Kuna watu wanataka kumaliza CDF maneno, lakini ikiisha yule mtu atadhirika pakubwa ni CS security. Githurai police station 100% CDF. Gatongora police station 100% CDF. Muhoko police station, not police post, police station with cells 100% CDF. 3 post CDF. Saa hii kama nimesimama hapa, as much you are straining on budget, Mwalimu farm pahali ng'ombe zina mbuzi kwa zinaibiwa na ukachukua changamoto ya kuzuia, we are constructing a police post with CDF with lines for the police officers. Saa hii kienda. That notwithstanding, the CDF have done last year 128 classes in Ruiru. It's good for that to go on record. Kwa hivyo mimi niseme kazi hata kama mimi ni mwanasiasa, kazi ni yetu wote. Ni vile tu sina uniform, lakini kazi tufanye wote. Kuna mengine yametajwa kuhusu vijana wetu. Na mimi hata nitasema vile ule kijana amesema hapa. Hakuna mtoto alijizaa. Na mimi tangu nichaguliwe nimeshuhudia tu ya last time ndio kumekuwa na maandamano na uharibifu Ruiru. Wakati mwingine mimi sijaona hiyo. Tumefika muhula mwingine wa uharibifu. Lakini watoto ni wale sisi tunazaa. Tujiuliza hata mimi Simon, asubuhi mtoto akitoka ameenda wapi? Ako na nani? Ndio tuweze kusaidiana na walinda usalama wale tuko nao. Kwa hivyo mimi nimekuja hapa kwa sababu hili kongamano ni la maana sana katika katuzi la Kiambu, na uzidi kuja na kutusikiza. Zile administration zikatakatwe, ukasema hakuna budget. Kuna zingine bado ziko gazetted. Hizi zimekuwa gazetted. Si wapatie waendelee ndio usalama inoge. Na ukienda kwa meza yako utakuta za Ruiru. We are almost 1 million people. Na wafanyikazi hakuna, hawataweza, lazima uwasaidie. Mimi sisemi mengi, nimuite Mheshimiwa Karongo Dhangwa na vile vile kuja aendelee.
Thank you very much. The chiefs, honorable members of the county assembly, I have to say a few things. And I would want to welcome you, Mheshimiwa Kipchumba Murkomen, to Kiambu, because I remember very well ulinisaidia sana wakati wa campaign. Now you are fighting for your people. Sasa najua niliingia na nafanya vizuri hata labda zaidi sasa. Score and enhance what our people are saying. Today, even if I came late, you have summarized very well from what was requested here. And I believe it's my work and the work of the honorable members to now pursue you and follow you to make sure that those deadlines that you have given umetimiza. Kuna September, kuna October, na kuna November. So that is the work. So that if you need resources, because they need resources, the resources are budgeted by the National Assembly, not by the Senate. It is the National Assembly, the members of Parliament. So I believe from what you are getting from this kongamano, it will enhance you when it comes to proposing the budget votes. And I know, because I don't like to be like the politicians who take advantage of an event to be seen they are fighting for the people, mine is to say that I already started. And on 9th of May 2024, your predecessor, Kithure Kindiki, was at the Senate. And I told him the police in Kiambu County are complaining, are crying because of mobility. Out of 15 police divisions, only 5 they don't have police vehicles. That is, you have been told Githurai, there's Ndeia, there's Githunguri, there is Ruiru, and there is another one I'm forgetting. And he said, we will do it. So that is 1 year since we discussed that. So I believe, because out of the 59 police stations in Kiambu County, 35 do not have vehicles. Kiambu, the main one here, they share their car with Kiamombi, I don't know where and everywhere. And we know all these statistics. And it is our work to follow up, to make sure that it is done. So because we have been sitting here the whole time, we have to make sure that it is done. We don't want to come back again here to scare tu chief, bado anasema hana nduthi. You know, we have to make sure that now we finish that through budgeting. And we will support wherever we are. And I would also want to ask even the members of parliament, because they are the one with CDF. And by the way, as a senator, I am supporting CDF. Because you know, at the Senate, sometimes they are not supporting CDF. But I support CDF because it was the first devolution. And if we kill CDF, you can imagine when we have a bad government that say it won't send resources to you because your MP is not singing the tune. Wacha pesa ikuje tutashughulikia baadaye. So that is the reason why I'm supporting CDF. And that's why I'm asking them when they come for this empowerment, beba nduthi 5 ya machief. Unaachia manduthi hapo 5 ya machief, tutakuwa tukisolve as we go on. As I conclude, the issue in Kiambu, as you have been told, is insecurity and drugs and mobility. Mheshimiwa, hawa watu ni wazuri sana hawa. Hawa wanataka tu facilitation kidogo, nduthi here, gari pale, stipend ikapatikana pale. Hata hutashinda ukiwaambia wasiseme one time. Hapana, watakuwa tu wanakusherehekea when you come, when those things are happening. You know, because if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, they have to say, it doesn't work. So for me, I ask for only 2 things. And I agree with you, and this is my conclusion, Bwana CS. You have said that police should not be used or should not involve themselves with political matters. That one I support you. You say chiefs and administration officers, they should not involve themselves in politics. I support you on that. But also, let's tell them that they should not be used as instrument to bring down those who are politicians, like me. Mimi nikisema wantamu yangu pale wacha niseme niende. Hakuna haja nisikie tear gas, nisikie kitu ingine. So that is the prayer that I only have, Bwana CS, so that we can coexist. because these are our brothers, this is our sisters. I'm the Senator Kiambu, I am Karongo Wadhangwa. I will vote, you will vote, and you know where you will vote. So don't involve yourself in politics, but as I do my politics, wacha mimi niseme, nipite, wakinisikia sawa, wakisikia wengine sawa, na sisi tutamaliza. Si mambo ndio hayo. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. I take this opportunity to invite the Deputy Governor of Kiambu County. Karibu.
Asante mgeni wetu wa heshima, Mheshimiwa CS Kichiba Murkomen, and all protocols observed. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Ningetaka kuchukua nafasi hii to welcome you, Bwana CS, to Kiambu County, and I also apologize that I came after you this morning. The reason being that we were expecting you to visit us or to pay a courtesy call in our office, but I think time was not on your side. You are welcome any other time. Most of the officers today, I noted that they were talking about welfare issues, yeah? But I want to say that it was okay to talk about welfare issues because Bwana CS, according to the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, physiological needs or welfare issues are the most basic. And there is no way you can go to the next level if you have not achieved the basic. So thank you because you have committed yourself to solve most of the welfare issues so that next time when you come, we are now going to tackle security issues, which comes next in the hierarchy. I'd like to say that I've taken note of issues raised that touch on functions that are for the county. I heard about the liquor licensing, boreholes, emergency ambulance services, rehab center, etc., etc. And I want to commit myself and say that indeed I'm going to make sure that all these issues get to the governor's desk, and I hope they will be solved. Sasa nilikuwa nimetayarisha mambo mawili matatu ya kusema katika mkutano huu, na ningetaka kuomba Bwana CS unipatie tu dakika mbili niyapitie haraka nitasoma tu. So leo tumekusanyika hapa Kiambu ili tuzungumzie jambo muhimu linalogusa moyo wa taifa letu. Usalama na amani nchini Kenya. Sote tunajua kuwa vitisho vikubwa tunavyokabiliana navyo si kutoka nje bali ni vya ndani. Mivutano ya kisiasa na hasira kwa wananchi. Tusipozitafutia suluhisho mapema zitaweza kusababisha migongano ya kisiasa na hata uasi. Ni kweli kuwa hasira na stress kwa wananchi wetu zinatokana na hali ngumu ya kiuchumi, umaskini na ukosefu wa ajira kwa vijana. Tukiachilia hali hii iendelee, inaweza kuwa hatari. Ndio maana kama viongozi ni lazima tutafute namna ya kuwapa watu wetu matumaini na nafasi ya kujitegemea kimaisha. Serikali inapaswa kuzingatia uwezeshaji wa kiuchumi kwa vijana na uudaji wa ajira endelevu. Vijana wetu wasiachwe bila shughuli. Tuwape kazi na fursa. Tusaidie ujuzi wa kibiashara, mafunzo ya skills mbalimbali na upatikanaji wa mikopo nafuu. Shuleni tuwafunze elimu ya amani na critical thinking ili vijana wetu wawe na hekima ya kutatua changamoto za kimaisha. Ni lazima tuwatie moyo kuwa sehemu ya suluhisho, sio sehemu ya matatizo. Mivutano inayotokea serikalini pia inaweza kumalizwa iwapo tutazingatia kanuni za katiba yetu. Tuwe na usawa, tukigawa rasilimali kwa haki ili kila eneo lisione kama limesahaulika. Tuwe na demokrasia katika maamuzi. Tupambane na ufisadi na matumizi baya ya rasilimali ya umma, na tuongoze kwa uwajibikaji, uwazi. Zaidi ya yote, Kenya inahitaji viongozi wenye uzalendo, viongozi wanaokwepa lugha ya chuki, uchochezi na matamshi ya kuumiza, viongozi wanaosikiliza malalamiko ya wananchi na kuyatatua kwa hekima. Mwisho, ni lazima tuwekeze kwenye mijadala ya mazungumzo kama tunavyoyafanya leo. Mazungumzo huleta watu pamoja, hupunguza mvutano na kuimarisha usalama wa ndani. Ninapenda kumpongeza sasa Waziri Kipchumba Murkomen kwa kuanzisha Jukwaa la Usalama. Hii ndiyo njia bora ya kujenga Kenya yenye amani na mshikamano. Tujitolee sote kwa safari hii ya amani, uongozi wa uwajibikaji na uwezeshaji wa wananchi, kwa maana tukiwapa vijana wetu matumaini, tukiwapa wananchi kazi na viongozi wakihesabiwa haki, basi Kenya haitakuwa tu salama bali itastawi. So whatever I'm saying, in short, that the biggest responsibility lies with the leaders. We need leaders who are able to respect the principles of our Constitution, so that they are able to be accountable, transparent. They can distribute resources equally, so that no one feels left out and no one feels like they are not considered. So with those very few remarks, I want to thank you na karibuni tena. Yes. Now I take this opportunity, ningetaka niwaulize tafadhali tuweze kusimama ili mwalike Bwana CS aweze kutuzungumzia. Karibu sana.
Haya, tusimame wote. Haya, tupigie hao makofi. Bado mkutano mpaka saa moja. Kaa chini. Actually, you are very lucky. This is the earliest Jukwaa la Usalama kuisha kwa Kenya mzima. Yeah, this is the earliest. The latest was Turkana 7:30 na tulianza 9, na Nakuru was 7:15, Kajiado was 7, and Nawapi? Yeah, Turkana was the longest, 7:30. The one which has the earliest kuisha was 6 p.m. Yeah? West Pokot was 6. I think 5:30. So mmemaliza hii mapema. Pigeni makofi. Kwanza let me say, kabla sijafunga kabisa, let me introduce senior government officials tumekuja na hawa. Wote walikuwa wamekuwa introduced, but I want moja ongea, no, a bit of them to say something in brief. Omorikwa, huyu ndio anasimamia nakada, na ndio tunataka afanye kitu. Ndio hii. Aseme kitu kidogo. Nakada please. Fungua hapo or something ama imeisha.
Asante sana waziri. Waziri, kwanza ningependa kukushukuru na tumesalimu amri ya ile makataa ya siku 100 umetupa kusafisha area. Waziri na uzoefu wa kufanya kazi katika hii area. Warui amefanya kazi katika hii area miaka 5 in the Central Region. Salimie.
Thank you, sir. Once again, Waziri, thank you very much. All protocols observed. And I think tumekuwa na mkutano mzuri sana. The issues we have addressed are the same issues we have been talking. And actually in the entire Central Region, the RC is here when he was in Muranga. This is what has been our problem. So maybe these are a preview that these are some issues which we repeat in the entire counties. And I like the approach you are taking. And I would also want to request that let's make it a commitment. Tusiongee hapa turudi ishe. Let's now from now go and practice what you are discussing, because we usually say we have the solutions to our problems. Sisi ndio tunasuluhu hizi shida zote. So if every one of us plays their respective roles, kuanzia assistant chief, wazee wa kijiji, all the way up to waziri, and you have assured us of the support, we'll solve this problem once and for all. So thank you very much for the forum, and you are ready and willing to support. As Nakada in this area, we are very much together, hata sisi anajua hivyo, and we'll do the best. Thank you. Na nimeombwa na RC nitangaze kuwa wale walikuwa wamepewa feedback forms, please make sure wapeana wapi? Kwa secretariat ama kwa registration list, usiondoke nayo. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Leo ndo siku ya kwanza, bado siku 99. Waziri, tuko kazini. Asante.
Pigia hawa makofi. Na hakuna, let me tell you, hakuna mtu atapika simu. Akikupigia simu mwambia ongea na Murkomen. General Commissioner nani? Hakuna. Even if you are elected by who, bora tu unatengeneza pombe haramu, we are on you 100%. Kesi tutafanyia huko mbele. Yeah, thank you very much. Nataka in 100 days ni Kiambu ikuwe safi, lakini the daily work ni OCS na chief. Haya, tuko hapa na commissioner wa prisons, Mr. Patrick Arandu. Salimia hawa watu 1 minute, commissioner. Hata wasikia sauti yako. Unajua tukishika hawa unatusaidia sana kurekebisha hawa huko.
Thank you, sir. Our CS service commanders, deputy governor, honorable members of parliament present, my fellow colleagues, good afternoon, good evening. Waziri, thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Patrick Arandu, the Commissioner General of Prisons. The issues which have been raised, particularly touching on my docket, I've heard and will be able to do the necessary. During our budget processes, we'll be able to take into consideration the issues that arise from Kiambu County. Waziri, within this county, we have Kiambu prisons, we have Ruiru, and we have Thika. And the Prison Staff Training College is here within this county, and the commandant is here. This is the commandant, Angus Masoro. In addition to that, Waziri, maybe just to mention it, is that we are in the tail end of the criminal justice system. And all those with deviant and criminal tendencies end up in the prisons. However, we do take the responsibility of not only containing, but rehabilitating those who have been put in our custody. I want to implore upon the society that those who are discharged back to the society, those who are integrated back to the society, accept them because they are part and parcel of the society, so that they may not reoffend and come back to the prisons. Thank you, Waziri. Asante.
Pigia makofi. You know, I was telling Commissioner General, yeye anang'ang'ana ku decongest prison. Sisi tunang'ang'ana kuhakikisha wakae kidogo zaidi huko. So I'm just saying wenye tuko nje huku tunataka waingie ndani. Wenye wako ndani wanataka kuja nje. So it's a balancing act, especially when we are saying decongesting prisons program. Haya, now ningependa kuwajulisheni Deputy Inspector General of Police wetu Mheshimiwa Gilbert Masengeli wa APS.
Thank you, Sir Waziri. Wenzi wangu, waheshimiwa na wote wananchi ambao mko hapa, hamjambo. Angalia mwenzako mwambie asante sana. Mwambie Mungu anakupenda. Mwambie wewe ni mtu muhimu sana kwa hii serikali ya Kenya. You are a very important person because you are the government at the grassroots. And don't wait for another wazee kukuja. Hakuna wazee wengine watakuwa ati wanakuwa zaidi ya nyinyi, hakuna. It's you. You've got a privilege to know, you have a duty to act. Tunaongea. Sir, I want to assure you, ile yote wameongea hapa tumeyasikia na tutafanya. But tukumbushane kwamba your direction that you've taken is better than the speed that you will take. But you've given us 100 days. We'll make sure within that 100 days the result are seen. One of the chiefs says, absence of evidence is not evidence of the absence. That is very true, Bwana Chief. And to us, ourselves, is that we should do as the chief has said, because we normally wear some other lenses when we go to the brewers, to the illegal brews, and ensure that we see where it is not. And not finding that brew guy or the criminal does not mean that he does not exist. He exists. Am I communicating? Jambo lingine ni tuongeleshane kwamba president alisema pale nyuma, the president for the universities, kwamba ni mzuri tukuwe na jukwaa la hao. Waziri amesema tutakuwa nayo, and they matter a lot because ours is just to pass on legacy to the champions of tomorrow, and really you are the champions of tomorrow. As you had said, you work hard, siku moja utajipata kama waziri. That is very good of you, but drug and substance abuse is real, and I'll ask ourselves to keep off it because we will spare nobody as it has been advised. For the politicians, do not politicize security. Community policing, it involves all of us. It is you and me to ensure that community policing is done. But also remember, with community policing is a matter of trust and a mistrust. So, trust is earned. You cultivate it, you'll earn it. Si wakuletee ripoti kwamba huyu jamaa anakuanga mkora usiku. Alafu, before huyu mkora mwenye ameambiwa, anarudi kwako anakuambia we ndio unasema mimi ni mkora? Hapana, you have to know how to keep the operation security. Sindio? Trust is earned. For the youths, you are the champions of tomorrow. We want to ensure that we pass on legacy to you guys. But also remember, kuna chief moja alisema ati watoto wanapotea. Watoto wetu wametushinda, wanalewa. The Bible is very clear in Hosea 4:6. My people are perishing because of lack of knowledge. Unaona mtu anakimbia mbio hapa mbio ati anasikia ama anakufa njaa vile chief moja alisema. But huyo akona mkate mkononi. Huyo atakuwa anakufa njaa kwa kukimbia ama kwa kuchakua. He will be dying of hunger because of the choice. Akona mkate mkononi na anasema anakufa njaa. What am I saying? You have all the apparatus to make you work. First, stop your mambo ya illicit brew because it starts with you and me to ensure that is done. For the president ya university, nowadays, police officers are our brothers, they are our friends, they are our colleagues, they are our relatives. Si kama miaka ile ya kitambo unaona mtu anakimbia, unamuuliza unakimbia nini polisi? Pia nakujoin, mnaenda mbio kwa sababu ya police brutality. Iliisha. Thank you, sir.
Pigeni makofi DIG Masengeli. And finally, let me invite DIG KPS Bwana Eliud Lagat. Karibu.
Waziri wetu wa usalama, Mheshimiwa Kipchumba Murkomen, Your Excellency the Deputy Governor, leaders, present, colleagues, good afternoon. Mungu ni mwema na kila wakati. We've been seated here the whole day listening to you and listening to wananchi by extension. I want to assure you that us who are seated here, we are 100% committed to making sure that everything in terms of security is addressed. I want to urge you who are seated over there, being representative of the many people, and you are going back this evening to those people. I want to ask you that it is time to move out of boardrooms, to move out of your offices and go and meet the people and deal with the crimes that we've discussed here today, because that is where the road meets the rubber. So it is important that every aspect that we've discussed here today, and with the given 100 days that have been given today, 99 remaining, it is important, especially the fight against the drugs and alcohol. Let's start from there as we move to other important aspects of security. I want to give you my assurance that we will support each and every aspect and directive and every intention so that the common wananchi will have it advance their socio-economic activities. It's important because we need to move this country into a better place for our children in the near future. Thank you so very much and God bless.
Haya, pigeni hao wote makofi. Now, first of all, let me say that let me thank the leaders. Thank you, DG. This is the first time I've seen a public officer read his or her speech in Kiswahili. Pigeni makofi, DG. Yeah. I thought initially you were translating as you read. Then I realized you were serious. I want to thank you very much for coming to welcome me and being with me in this function. Actually, we were also supposed to be at the airport to see off His Excellency, which we were supposed to see after this. But you see, you have pushed the time too far. So it's because of that pressure that I requested that we stand over. But when next time I come for work here, I will pass by the office of the governor so that we can discuss these issues. But you've had the issue of alcohol licensing, and I want you to really take it seriously, and appreciate the governor, the county government for your support in today's meeting. Thank you very much. I want to thank the MCS. Thank you, Ruth, for taking charge, and for all of them for making the comments they made. Let's work together as partners, particularly using county legislation to protect our people, making sure that there is a robust legal framework where it can facilitate intergovernmental relations, national and county government. We find nobody's fighting the legal alcohol. What we are dealing with is the illegal one, you know. So people want to do business of selling legal ones, must abide by what time it is sold, what type is sold, it is sold to who, it is sold to where. This is what the people of Kenya are asking for, so that we can all of us protect our children. We recently passed a policy to deal with that issue. So I want to thank you, County Assembly members, and going forward, I look forward to even more greater engagement. Some of the issues you raised about recruitment and taking care of those who went to NYS, it is true. We will give greater priority to those also who went to NYS, including actually NYS is also itself is a recruitment center for getting some officers. Community policing, I just want to insist that community policing is not a police thing. It is driven by the society. Like one of the MCS spoke, I forgot her name. She said the question of security starts with me. Sorry, remind me your name. Emily, yeah. It starts with us. It is the consciousness of us in the community accepting that security is a collective responsibility. Law enforcement may be by different people, but keeping our environment secure is by no, and there is the person who made the most eloquent statement on community policing was President Uhuru Kenyatta. I was there myself. After the many cases of, cases of terrorism. It happened because that time terror was all over, because people were not asking themselves, nani huyu anaishi kwa hii nyumba is related to nani? And that's how it started way before community policing, but revitalization of community policing was in the first term of Jubilee administration because of the concern that many characters were living around us. So I've been told now hapa Kiambu, ni wengi sana. Yeah? Mtu ametoka Elgeyo Marakwet anakuja kuishi Banana, si ndio? Ametoka Mombasa, maisha. So wakati town inakuwa ngumu, Kiambu ndio inasaidia. Na watu watakuwa wanasonga songa. Kwa hii dual carriage watu wataanza kuishi kwa lari wakikuja town. But it's important that when new people come, it's important to know them. To know who is staying here, get to know them. Otherwise, we'll be harboring criminals around ourselves. Kwanza, we also have, I'm told, some foreigners wenye wako hapa. Some of them, we don't know them, what they are doing, and so forth. It's important to, through Nyumba Kumi, we can be able to know those who are in the country with proper documentation, proper work permit, na wenye wamekuja kufanya ukora. Muliona kwa Nakuru mtu wa siku ya maandamano ingine hapo Nakuru, alikuwa amenoa panga kwa floor. Muliona mtu hapo? Alikuwa ananoa panga kwa nini? Huyo. Na tukamshika. Na kidogo let me not say this. Wale ambao walikuwa wanataka kumtetea hawakujua hata anatoka Uganda. Yeah? Sasa huyu jamaa anatoka wapi? Uganda. Imagine foreigner amefika Kenya, ako maandamano mbele na panga. Na hawezi, na kwa Kampala wajana na maandamano hawezi hata ongea. Wakati tulimpeleka tukafukisha Uganda. Naambiwa alipofika huko aliambia mtu Museveni asijue kwamba nimerudi dunia hii. So we have to protect our own country. Hakuna mtu some of these characters who are involving hata kwa hii maandamano za juzi, some of them were hired. We found them from neighboring countries. Yeah? Some of them were arrested. These ones who are infiltrating whatever. Watu wamezoea nchi yetu. We have to be serious. And so under Nyumba Kumi protocol, we can be able to know who is who has papers, who doesn't have papers, and therefore, of course, we respect East African Community Protocol, but some of them even don't come from East Africa. And it's important to note them and to note what exactly they are doing here. So Nyumba Kumi is community initiative. And I have told the IG, Mr. Kanja, that community policing department, working together with Nyumba Kumi, we want to do a proper campaign in Nyumba Kumi so that people are conscious about their neighborhood. Yeah, because that will reduce crime by a big margin. And that's extremely important. Leaders have also raised issues to do with vehicles. Yeah, my police stations here. As I've told you, we are doing the procurement now. Hopefully, Treasury completes soon, so that by October, November latest, we should have our police stations having vehicles. We may not have all of them having, but if we can reduce the numbers, yeah, ile police station haina magari, it will be extremely. And Mheshimiwa King'ara has spoken very well. DIG. From your magari ile iko garage wapi enda urepair, patia huyo mtu gari yake bwana ile ilichomwa please. Ya Githurai ivewe gari. Yeah, you know Githurai is highly populated, so tunakupatia wiki ngapi? Wiki mbili patia huyo mtu gari yake ya Githurai police station at least. For the effort he has made to come for the meeting and here to make sure that hiyo Githurai is basically serviced. But eventually now we will deal, when the other vehicles come, we will take care of the other police stations in Mmesema zote. And also do these for chiefs and so forth, as I've already explained to you. And then ningependa kushukuru pia wabunge wenzetu hapa, Simon King'ara hapa, na ule student yangu Senator Karungo Wadhangwa. Nyinyi hamjui nimetoka wapi na hiyo mtu. Anajua hakutaka tukusema hapa because hataki nichukue credit. Nilipata amezama. Alikuwa anaelekea alikuwa kwingine. Nikaenda kufanya recruitment. Nikamwambia kuja upande huu. Akakubali, akakuja. Sasa saa hii anataka kupotea tena lakini nitatengeneza mpaka hingiane. Kwa sababu makosa ni yangu. Mimi ndio nilienda kumtafuta. So akipotea nitaulizwa, hakuna mtu mwingine ataulizwa, lazima ningangane tu. Nione, lakini uzuri moja juzi sijapata sana kama alilipa wakora. So kaa namna hiyo. Usiingie mambo ya unajua kuna wenzako kwa hii maandamano hao ndio wanaenda kurecruit wakora huko. Uzuri ya huyu anawacha wale wengine wasanye wasanye, akishakuja anakuja kwa address ajui ilisanywa namna gani. So yeye wakati tunatafuta nani amekosea, yeye hayuko kwa list, lakini wale wengine ameshaongea mambo yake ameenda. Uzuri nimeuliza hapa ni kwa nini anafanya hivyo, nimeambiwa na DIG alikuwa seminary Eldoret karibu akuwe priest, alafu akawacha hiyo maneno kuja hapa. So being my friend, I agree with you entirely kwamba our police wetu, officers wetu hawako katika mambo ya siasa, na hawezi tumikia siasa ya mrengo huu ama mrengo ule mwingine. Kama mtu wako hapana, police officers, chiefs wanajua hawako kwa siasa yao, wana support serikali, government policy, government programs, wana ensure that there is enforcement of law and order, na wataarrest mtu without fear or favor. We'll make sure that every person mwenye anafanya makosa, haijalishi yako mrengo huu ama ule mwingine. That's why wewe ni rafiki yangu tunacheka pamoja, lakini ukikuza ile line mbaya nitatuma mkate wherever utapatikana huko. Lakini ukienda line mzuri, I don't care if you say 1 or 2 or 3. Unajua sasa wewe ukisema one term, watu wa Kiambu wanaweza assume ni wewe kwa sababu uko first term. Sasa wanasema basi huyu ashakubali mambo ya one term, tutafute mwingine ya another term. So hiyo mimi sina haja na hiyo. Mimi haja yangu ni kuchunga nyinyi wananchi. Si namna hiyo? Ni lazima tuchunge wananchi wetu, tusonge mbele pamoja, and that's why hao wanaweza sema what they want to say, but not a police officer, not a chief, not an ACC. We are all serving the government of the day, and it's our duty to make sure that we push these programs isonge mbele, ndio nchi yetu iweze kasonga mbele. Otherwise